Hello, this video will walk you through registering a currently enrolled student for next school year. Again, this video will walk you through registering currently enrolled students at Grand Island Public Schools for next school year. If you do not have any currently enrolled students at Grand Island Public Schools this year, please contact the secretary at your child's school closest to your house, or contact the Neal Administration Building to find out where you can register your child for school. In order to begin online registration for a returning GIPS family, you must first create a Campus Portal account. If you have not created one, please contact the secretary at your child's school to set one up. You will not be able to register your child for school next year without a Parent Portal account. The first thing you will need to do is log in to the Infinite Campus Parent Portal. You will need to enter in your username and your password. If you do not know your username and password, please contact the secretary at your child's school to have it reset. Once you have entered your username and password, click Sign In. You will be prompted to the inbox messages where you will see online registration. Click on this link and you will be directed to online registration. You will then need to choose Existing Student Registration. This splash page will show you all students in your primary household that you are eligible to register for school. Once you have verified this information is correct, you may click Begin Registration. Choose your language. Enter in your name. This is just simply verifying that you are a guardian of this child. Click Submit. You will now see a screen where it gives you information that you will need to successfully complete online registration. Once you have verified that you have all the necessary information, you may click Begin. You are now directed to the Student's Primary Household tab. On this tab, you will verify the home phone number. You will notice that it's pre-populated with the information we currently have in Infinite Campus. If this phone number is not correct, please feel free to enter in the correct phone number. Once you have entered in the number or verified that the number is correct, be sure that the checkboxes next to that phone number are correct. These checkboxes indicate the phone calls that you would like to receive at this number. You may check text messaging for this number if it's a cell phone. Please note that cell charges may apply depending on your carrier. And click Next once you've verified you have all the information you need. The next pleat is the home address pleat. On this pleat, you will again notice that your address as we currently have it is here listed. If this address is not correct, click the box that says the home address listed is no longer current. You will be prompted to enter in an end date for this address and then provide your new address. You will notice when you start to enter in your new address, there is a box that shows up here with addresses currently in campus. If you see your address appear in the box provided, please be sure to click on that address as it will pre-populate all of the necessary fields. If you do not see your address in the list, feel free to enter in the remaining fields of your address. For this exercise, I am going to say that this address is current, and I'm going to click Next. It now takes me to the mailing address pleat. On this pleat, I can say that I have a P.O. box that I want my mail to go to, or if I do not have a P.O. box, then I simply click Save and Continue. I am now directed to the Parent Guardian tab. You will see to the left that the student's primary household is in green with a green check mark, indicating that you have completed all necessary steps on that tab. In the Parent Guardian tab, you can see that both of the guardians are currently yellow. What that means is you have not edited or reviewed the information for each of these guardians. It is required that you review the information for each guardian. Click Edit Review. Notice how I cannot make changes to the name or gender of this person. If the name or gender needs to be changed, please contact your child's secretary to have that information changed. You will also see that there's a checkbox here stating that this person lives at this address. If they do not live at this address, uncheck the box and enter in the guardian's new address. And then click Next. You will then be prompted to enter in a phone number for this guardian. If there was already a phone number in the system for this guardian, it would be listed here as well. Again, you can choose to receive text messages at these phone numbers. If you enter in a work phone number, you will be prompted with these same checkboxes. If you do not want to receive pre-recorded calls at your place of employment, please be sure to uncheck those boxes so you do not receive those calls at work. If you would like to receive the calls at work, feel free to check the boxes as necessary. You can see here by this red asterisk that an email address is required. If you choose not to provide an email address, simply click the checkbox that says Has no email and click Next. It is then asking if this guardian is a migrant worker, yes or no. Once you've answered that question, click Save and Continue at the bottom of the screen. You will then see that you have completed this guardian, but you still need to complete the bottom guardian based on the color. Click Edit Review, and again, answer the questions in regards to this guardian. Again, since this is a guardian, you will have the opportunity to select boxes for them to receive pre-recorded voice messages. Answer the migrant worker question and click Save and Continue. You have now completed all of the necessary steps for the current guardians we have on file. If you need to add a new guardian, feel free to do so by clicking the Add New Guardian and filling out the fields as prompted, or click Save and Continue. You will now see you are on the Emergency Contact tab. You will see current emergency contacts we have listed in Infinite Campus for your child. You will need to click Edit Review next to each of them to verify the information is correct. Click Edit Review. You will see that you cannot make changes to this emergency contact's name. You can say that this person is no longer an emergency contact for any students in this family. If you click this box, you'll be prompted telling you that if you confirm this, they will be deactivated from your household member's emergency contact field. Click Next. You are required to provide a phone number for your emergency contact. Next. This is asking you if you know the address for this emergency contact. If you do not know the address, simply click Save and Continue. If you do know the address, please enter it in the fields provided. You now see that this person has been completed, and you may add a new emergency contact or click Save and Continue to move on. You see here that there is an Other Household member listed. On the Other Household tab, this should include any children living in the home, whether they are little children that have not started to attend school yet, or they are children that possibly live in the home but maybe attend a school outside of Grand Island Public Schools. Click Edit Review next to this child. You will see the information listed and you may not change that information. You can check this box if you wish to register this student for the upcoming school year. If I click that box, it says, "Are you sure you want to register this student?" This change cannot be undone once the record is saved. If I click Confirm, this person will be moved to the Student tab, and then I will have all of the necessary boxes to fill out for this person. If I click Confirm and click Save and Continue, It again warns me you have checked that you wish to register this household member for the upcoming school year. If this is correct, please click yes. If this is incorrect, please click no and uncheck the box. I will click confirm, and you will see that this person is no longer in my other household tab. I may now click Save and Continue or add a new household member if I had a child born recently that I need to add, or if I have had a child move into my home that I need to add as well. You will now see that I have 2 students that I need to register for school. The one previous, and now the new one that I said is going to be registering for school. I will click Edit Review on my previous student. You will see that his name, gender, and date of birth are all grayed out. I may not make changes to those fields. You will also see his enrollment grade is 12. I click Next. You will notice here that the race ethnicity fields are grayed out. I cannot make changes to this area. This is simply just showing me what I provided when I initially registered this student for school the first time. I will click Next. It asks me if this student is homeless. If I choose yes, it asks me what kind of homeless is this student. Or I choose no and click Next. The Language Information tab is blank. It does not populate anything for existing students, so you will simply click Next here. This is telling me my neighborhood school based on my grade and address is Grand Island Senior High. I click Next. This is telling me the current guardians that I have on file and the contact sequence that I currently have on file for them. I can change this if I would like the mother to be called before the father, or vice versa. And then click Next. You will see the emergency contacts are listed here and the relationship status. If this status has changed, you can change this to whatever you would like from the drop-down provided. Again, the contact sequence is 3. So the parent guardians were contacted first and second, and then this person third. You can change this to however you would like that to be. And click Next. The Other Household tab shows you the other household members, and it's asking you for the relationship, and currently that is a sibling. I click Next. In this pleat, you may list your child's doctor if you so choose. If you would like to not provide that, that is fine. Simply click Next. This pleat is asking you for this child's medical or mental health conditions. If this child has a medical or mental health condition, please click the Add Condition button and then choose from the conditions provided and provide any comments that you may have. If this child does not have any mental or medical health conditions, check the box that says No Medical or Mental Health Conditions and click Next. You will do the same thing for the medications pleat. If this child has medication, simply click the Add Medication and enter in all of the necessary information for this medication. You may add as many medications as you need here. If this child does not have any medications, click the No Medications box and Next. The Release Agreements is asking you, do you agree to the field trip permission and technology? Click Next. The Student Handbook, you acknowledge receiving it. Here is a way to receive that handbook via online. Once you complete registration, if you would like a paper copy, feel free to ask the secretary and she can provide that for you. You are then asked about college military recruiters. If you do not wish to be included in that, you may check the box. Otherwise, click Save and Continue at the bottom of the screen. You will then see that you have completed one student and you have to review the following student. So I'll click Edit Review. And notice how it's prompting me for an enrollment grade because this student was in the Other Household tab and I said I want to enroll him in school this year. So I'm going to say I'm going to enroll him in 11th grade and click Next. I will then need to answer the race ethnicity questions because this child has not been a student prior. Click Next. I will answer the student homeless question. Notice how the language information is here for this child. I will need to answer these questions. And has this child ever received English as a second language? Click Next. The Student Services plate asks me if this student has a current IEP, yes or no, or a current 504 plan. If you don't know, feel free to put no here, and you can talk to your principal about that if you have further questions. Click Next. Based on the grade and address your assigned school is, the address that I have entered does not have a school assigned to it, so you'll see that your address has no assigned school in this district. That's because the address I chose for this test was a business, and so we don't have schools assigned to businesses. In most cases, this should always be filled out for your child. And click Next. The previous school, this is just asking you which school did this child attend last school year, and if your child is currently suspended or expelled from another school. And click Next. It asks you if this child has an active enrollment in a United States tribe. It asks you for the guardian information for this child. Who would you like to be contacted first, and who would you like to be contacted second? The emergency contact, it is asking you what is the relationship to this person and this child. And click Next. It is then asking you what is the relationship of this person to this person, and they are siblings. It's asking you for the doctor for this child. Again, you do not have to provide this. This is optional. And the medical or mental health conditions. Again, feel free to add as needed or simply state no medications and click Next. Field trip, you will need to verify if you agree or disagree. And technology as well. And click Next. It's acknowledging that you've received the handbook via this online link, or you can request a copy from the child's secretary. Click Next. And do you give permission to the college military agreement? If you do not, click the box. If you do, click Save and Continue. You have now finished all of the students that are currently listed in online registration. Feel free to add a new student if you have a new student that you need to add, or click Save and Continue. Once you click Save and Continue, you are ready to submit your application. You may review the application summary PDF by clicking on the link, and it will show you all of the information that you have currently provided in online registration for the children. Once you have verified everything is correct, close the window and click Submit. If you need to go back to change something, you may click the back button to make any necessary changes. I will click Submit, and it is asking you, are you sure that you are ready to submit the registration? You will not be able to enter, add, or modify this information after submitting. I will click Confirm. And again, it gives me an opportunity to review the PDF that was just submitted to the child's school secretary. You have now completed online registration.